So here's the thing. So this inverse line going here is not a guarantee. Okay, because the bias is bearish, we could go like this and then just reject, and then your play would be a loss. Okay, so if you have the patience enough to wait for a setup that we might not even get, then I would wait for the short setup, because these equal lows are obviously very, very obvious. Okay, that would be the closest to the guarantee that we're gonna get, even though it's not a guarantee. Man, I want to. I want to try this so bad. It just looks so good, but and I know I'm going against a drawn liquidity. If you aren't demoing this, by the way, please demo this. This is definitely demo play, for sure, because it is a model. But I'm not going to take it in my live account. Okay, final decision. Actually, you know what? So I will, let me see. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take it on, I'm not going to even take it on eval. I think I'm going to wait for market open. Again, I hope this does work, because if we get up here and get a textbook short, that would be just very textbook, in my opinion. So please demo this though. If you aren't demoing this, you're doing something wrong. This is a great demo play for the experience and how to play an inversion. So there is the long entry. All right. Which I am not taking. I will watch. Okay. I'm not taking because we have equal lows below, and it's against my rules to long with equal lows below. So I cannot do anything about this. The only short that we could get at the moment is if we violate this, and then this would be a very good RR. So this would be about a 4.5 if we got that. But until we get something like that, I'm not shorting. And what you can do is see how there's a 15-minute inversion here. I probably would not put the stop loss. So if you're in this on demo only, I would not put the stop loss under here, because the risk reward is just not good. I mean, it's 1-1, so it's fine. I would actually put the stop loss more like under there, like the open of this OB. So we have a little order block here, right? Because it's a down close candle sandwiched between these two green candles, and then we close above it. So if this works, this should hold the support, and we should not really hit here. So you could actually kind of do a hard stop here. No, Thomas, I'm not taking this. This is more of a demo play for the experience, because it's against the drawn liquidity. So you could do that, or you could wait for a retrace and maybe even get better risk rewards. Up to you. If you wait for the retrace, then I would try this. I don't think we're gonna get the retrace if we are bullish, because you usually don't really get a retrace here with this V-shaped recovery thing. I don't know how to explain it, but again, I'm gonna go over the bias again for everyone new who joined, but again, remember, I don't care. Like, I don't care if this prediction plays out or not. I'm just looking for an inverse. The inverse would either be here, or we get one up here. I don't care. All right. And the only thing I'm waiting for is a short. I'm not really interested in long at the moment. And I can't long even if I wanted to because it's against my rules. Right, there's perfect equal lows here. I can't long. Once more people join, I'm gonna go over like kind of the London session. I know I'm probably gonna have to repeat my bias twice because there's already a lot of people in here and more people are gonna join. Riker from yesterday? No, I'm not. That was just an extra thing. I'm gonna make a backtesting session. I'll make a backtesting session video. I think that's a good idea. Honestly, Shotcut, yeah, because I think this draw on liquidity is so strong where I would. Like, sometimes you can be in discount and still short based off the momentum. And if I think the momentum's really bearish here, I will still short. Again, if this long fails, obviously if this long fails for you guys in a demo, you know why. Like I'm telling you why. This is the draw on liquidity is just not bullish. That's why it's failing. Or that's why it will fail if it does. That's why I decided not to even touch it. So again, I could have taken a demo, but I'm not. I'm on my live account today, so if I take it on demo, I don't want anyone copying on a live account, especially this play because this is such a horrible play to take on a live account. So let's see if this gets violated. I would like it to be. Again, you may see us bounce off here just because of how low we are, but just remember, the draw is still bearish here. And this is a BPR as well. Yeah, J-Pause. I mean, good. Again, just for the experience, it's good to demo play like that because it's going to tell you, okay, if the draw is bullish, but we have a textbook conversion set up to the other side, will it work? And it will sometimes, but typically, I mean, you're trying not to fight the draw. And again, it's against my rules to go against equal lows here. So the only live account play I'm thinking of taking is a short. DC, what is your profile picture? The real stop loss for this play is actually not under the order block. It's actually a close back below this right here. But obviously the risk reward is just gonna be horrible at that point. So definitely will not do that. Yes, did take the low. Okay. So yeah, this is a bullish SMT. Go to my ES chart here. Okay, you're right. All right. You're right. You're right. So ES did take the low. But here's the thing. Is it smart? Is it smart to look for bullish SMT when the bias is still bearish and eval is below us? Not really. But could the SMT still end up playing out here, and then we get another short setup? Yeah, of course. This is actually another play, another demo play. If you guys want to try it, just another long setup. Again, I'm not touching it because yeah, the bias is obviously bullish, but or bearish. But again, this would be another long entry. And what you could do is stop the break even when we hit that high, and then you can target up here if you want. Again, I'm not touching this. I'm not bullish. I'm not going to go against the draw on liquidity. So just tape reading this again. Yeah, Rico, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna trade when something's textbook. And I think if we get a textbook short to these equal lows, that will be textbook enough because the draw on liquidity is so obvious. If you do not know the draw on liquidity on a week like this week, you probably should not trade. For me to trade on like a riskier week, I have to know the draw on liquidity. So if we hit this high, stop the break even for this long. Okay, so there's stop the break even. Again, you're probably going to get stop the break even if I had to guess, but worth a try anyways. And then your scale targets would be like here, and then here. I mean, yeah, because we've NFP and it's the beginning of January, so yeah, but I'm still gonna try to scalp my way through this week if I can. Again, the problem with a play like this is with how I do my break even stops, you're probably gonna get stopped at break even almost every time because this close is so close to this internal high, where it's just bound to happen, which hence why it's another demo play. Again, until we get a live short play, I'm not touching my live count. Okay, I need it to be a short. We have equal lows. Everything to me, I would be much more confident in a short play here. So until we get that, again, I'm not touching anything. Yeah, you guys have to. I bet you turned off your Tradeify layout. Oh wait, maybe not. No, oh, you're talking about TradingView. All right. Kyle, if you buy it on Tradeify, I don't think you have to pay for it on TradingView. I'm not sure. I'm gonna delete this prediction just because I don't want people. I don't want people lying it just because of a prediction. Remember, I'll predict stuff, but I don't play it unless I see it set up. Who's in this demo player? Who's in this demo long right here? All right, good. And this is just good practice until we get the short. Mm-mm-mm. 9:30. What the hell? Again, I'm gonna wait for some more people to join, then I'm gonna go over London session. Looks like the stream is gonna be full, unfortunately. The cap right now is 390. It was 600. I don't know what, but everyone's boost disappeared. I didn't bring it down, JPOS. It just automatically goes down if people's boost. What happens is people's nitro boosts expire. So people are boosted server and then it expires after a month. And they probably forget. Relatively close at 16,800. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. So 1600. This is also relatively close. I like how you pointed those out. So lots of relative equal lows below is a good sign for an easy short setup if we get it. So I'm gonna just have these two marked out. If you're in this long, again, scale half here, and then the other would be till here. And your stop should definitely be break even now. Yeah, sorry. 16,867.75, and then 16,878.50. If you manually do, yeah, you can scale. You can scale, Justin. I don't know what you're asking. I mean, you can scale out if that's what you're asking. I'm gonna wait till like 9:30 when everyone's in here, and then I'm gonna go over London session for anyone who wants to go over that. I just really wish we were like up here. If we were up here and we had opened, that would have been insane. Like the short setup was right here, right? Because we never hit that internal low when we got it. Like this was the short setup, but obviously it didn't give it to. It gave it to us overnight, so not a live year wake. This was another short setup here, too. So I'll go over that in a second. Happy New Year, Max. I'm also gonna check out gold. Gold definitely looks bearish because we rejected this BPR. So for delivering from here, price should ideally magnet to the next major low, which would be here and here. Again, this is just a situation where we're delivering from a BPR here, or an inverse, whatever you want to call it. This is a BPR, not an inverse. The inverse was when this candle closed, but we tapped into this BPR. It's now balanced price range because we tapped into it, and then because we're delivering from there, price will tend to draw towards the next low, and this is the next major low in my opinion. And then this one, obviously.
Hey, good morning, Ryan.
I'm gonna reset the stream real quick, guys. I'm gonna end the stage real quick, and then yeah, it's saying it's full for people, so just join back right away. All right, does it work now? All right, cool. I'm not muted. I know it's muted. Thanks for telling me though. Yeah, let me check. No, there's no equal highs on gold here. What level are you talking about on gold? I don't look at gold futures. There's still not equal highs here. And again, remember what I say about these equal highs. These equal highs are like right next to each other. I don't really care about these. The equal highs that are major, the ones that are like the ones that are kind of more than 3 candles apart. Like these ones just aren't that significant. Check your USD. So EURUSD is definitely very bearish here. I think we could easily be headed to this rally gap. And the reason I think that is because we've already inversed this major fair value gap. This is major, and then we just inverse this, and this is kind of your last line of defense or whatever you want to call it. So I would look for a confirmation, lower time frame short setup inside here, and then this would be your target. Because it's the next unbalanced fair value gap, and typically the market likes to reprice of these. So the target for NQ is still not hit. It looks like it should hit because, right, we're delivering off a 2-minute fair value gap, right? If we're delivering off of a fair value gap, well, the next high should hit. Just like how you do it on the higher time frame. Same idea. Ugh. Just know, I don't care if it hits or not. I'm waiting for the short, which we should get. Everyone type 1 if you watch my index video yesterday. My index contrary video yesterday. Yesterday night. Okay. Just making sure. And did you guys watch it and then understand how it played out after the fact? And based on what I called. Remember I called the 2 fair value gaps, the hourly bullish one and the hourly bearish one, and which one did we inverse? The bullish one. And what happened? We dumped. So there's your first target. If you're long here, I would probably scale 50% here, and then I'd sell the rest here. Okay. Who's still in this? Nice. Nice displacement here. This should be hit. And the reason why you wouldn't hold runner's pass here is because there's so... actually, you probably could hold top here, but I would do it here. This is fine. There's so much resistance here. Like, you don't know where we're going to reject here, so I just wouldn't even gamble it. I mean, you could try to hold one till like up here if you want, but I'm not calling any targets up here. The only target I'm calling is this 5-minute high because it's very obvious. Wait, oh, well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. Oh God, I don't know how many people are gonna join. There's 430. Again, it doesn't matter if you're direct here or not. You should have already scaled half here. Why are you getting out? What I would do is I would get out if we close below this. So if the body closes below this, maybe that's your trailing stop. What if you get out and we hold this? Well, then you just made a silly mistake. Your trailing stop should be below this fair value gap because ideally, if this is the bias, this should hold. It's not a new entry because we're so high, but ideally, if you're already in, you'll want to see a hold. Yes, Keith, but again, for everyone wondering, would this be potential IFEG? Yes, but it's too close to open, so I'm gonna wait till open and see what price offers it open. The chart is spinning? I've never heard of that before, Mitch. All right, yeah, Mitch, I think you're hungover. I don't think your chart's spinning. I think it's just your head, bro. Too much beer last night. How do I buy a single boost? I just want a boost. I already have nitro. Where's the shop? Oh, that's your internet, Mitch. Try resetting Discord. Again, I'm sure there's probably someone in here with Discord Nitro that's probably not using a boost on a server. I mean, if you do have an extra one, that would be much appreciated, but... Oh, 349? That's cheap. All right, so the fair value closed below, so I would probably get trailing stopped out here if I were you. I would sell all your rest. Now, this is going to be a little assignment. Let's see what happens. So now that we close below IFG, let's see if the trailing stop would have helped or hurt you. All right, so again, don't use any yet. I don't think we're gonna get past 480. There's no way. The max I've had is like 500. I've never gotten past that. All right, one more minute to open. Again, we're gonna see if you were long from this inversion or whatever, would getting stopped out here help or hurt you if you put a trailing stop here? Let's take some guesses. Let's see if type 1 if you think it's gonna hurt you and you think we're still gonna go and hit this high. Type 2 if you think it's gonna help you. I'll explain my reasoning after. Okay, so I think it's actually gonna hurt you. And again, it doesn't matter if I'm wrong or right, but I think it's actually gonna hurt you because these are technically equal highs. I know I don't care about these ones too much, but we are in the buy side of the curve, so I can see the market getting a little Judas swing up and still going and hit these highs. So let's see if I'm right. Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong. So good job if you guys typed 2. I mean, that's what I thought was gonna happen, just because you saw this high get really close and then we failed to hit it. And usually when you see this fail to hit this high, we go back up. We could still hit this high now and I'd still be wrong because the entry was here, so you would have gotten stopped out of break even anyways. So the trailing stop would have, even if we hit the high now, the trailing stop would have overall helped you. If that makes sense. Because you would have gotten stopped out anyways on that wick. Even if we go up and hit this high, I'm still wrong. So again, for everyone joining, the only thing I'm really looking for is some sort of short to these equal lows. Okay, I'm looking for some sort of fair value gap violation, some sort of short setup to these equal lows. All right, that's the only thing I'm looking for right now. I'm not interested in any long inversions. This is a long inversion, but obviously I'm bearish, so I'm not going to take it. And remember, there's no news today. I'm live today, Marco. So while we wait for things to play out here, I'm going to quickly go over London session and how I got the bias for overnight. So last Friday, we kind of got this big dump and it broke a lot of old structure. So we made a lot of higher highs and higher lows. And then we really displaced to it. So because of that, and because of us hitting buy side here at 17.074, right, this displacement down was just really bearish to me, and we formed a really textbook fair value gap. So my bias all depended on how we reacted to this, right? I said in my index home trade video last night, if we ended up closing above this, price would have to be bullish, because if we're breaking all this market structure and then price closes back above this, that's just not bearish at all, because that's just disrespecting a textbook fair value gap. So I said if we close above this, I would be bullish. But I said what I think's gonna happen is I said I think we're gonna reject it. And what did I say was confirmation for the short, for us rejecting it in the video? What were my 2 conditions? Yeah, I said if we break this bullish fair value gap right here, okay, I said likely we're gonna go down. So you can see we end up closing below this. So I don't enter out the 1 hour, but this gives you a lower time frame entry most likely. And then your targets would be here. The equal lows I called out, which I said this would also be sell side. And then the target's actually still in play. This is the last target right here. All right. So that was kind of my call out yesterday. And after that 1 hour closed, You get a couple textbook entries. So the 1 hour closes below here. Nothing's really clean here. I mean, this isn't valid because we close and hit this low at the same time. So if we close below this and hit the low at the same time, that doesn't count. And then this would have been your textbook entry because we did not take out this internal low at the same time we closed under. And this never would have gotten stopped out of break even, which is nice. So this would have been the entry. And then again, you're just this would have been a really good risk reward. And there's probably 30-second entries as well. But that was kind of the only entry I saw for London. This was more risky because we had not inversed the hourly fair value gap yet. Meanwhile, down here, we inversed the hourly already. So this is your short confirmation entry. So does everyone understand kind of London? How, yes, there was a short higher, but the short after inversing the hourly fair value gap only appeared once. So again, I'm still targeting these lows. If we close below this, I think we're just going to accelerate to these lows. So there's not really a textbook short model or inverse model. I'm not going to lie. Again, if we close below this, price should very quickly accelerate to here. I'll probably take some micros for this play just because we're so low. Only if we violate this, though. I'll do like 5. I'll do like 7 here. So if we close below this fair value gap, I'm going to try a short to these equal lows here. Why didn't I get in on the short? Someone tell me why I didn't get in on the short here. Even though I was bearish. Even though I was bearish, why didn't I get on the short? Yeah, there was never a model. There's no setup to get in. This would have been the setup, but we hit the low at the same time. So now the setup is if we close below this, I'll get in. And even this is risky because we're pretty low, but I still think we're going to go to these equal lows. And then obviously the equal lows down here. Okay, so this is... There's a close. Again, this is very risky now just because of how low we are. But we should still hit these lows. So again, stop loss for this would be above this order block. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to actually scale a lot here. I'm just going to move my stop to break even and not scale that much. I'll scale like 2. I think we're going to go lower. Just have to make sure NQ doesn't. So NQ made triple equal lows there. Good sign.
Yeah, someone is defending 817 very
As soon as
badly.
NQ takes
There's a
out that
lot
low,
of
stop goes to break even.
there's a lot of contracts traded at 817.
The stop. All right. So stop to break even there. Scale 2. I scaled actually 4 there. So now I'm 3 left. And then again, I'm just going to probably scale the rest down here. So really easy play here. Pretty good risk reward because we know there's equal lows down here that we want to hit. So rest I'm holding until, let's see. Rest I'm holding till down here, I think. Actually, I'm going to sell one right here. So 16,789. I'm going to sell one more here. Stop to break even for the rest. This is a winning trade. Buy, stop, by 3. And yeah, let's see how this plays out. So again, I'm just leaving the limits here, and then the last two limits will go 16,755 as the final target. I'll leave 2 contracts out here. If this hits, this would be 24. This would be 30 points. By the way, who took that? Type 1 if you took that. Okay, let's go. Okay, so there's 30 points. Again, I have 2 left. So I actually, here's what I'm going to do. Because we're so overextended, I'm going to scale actually one more here, and I'm literally just going to leave a single runner, I think. So just going to leave a single runner here, and we'll see if it hits. I won't stop. Again, this is a pretty easy and confident play, so. Buy one, stop here. Why is this thing order rejected? Dude, I don't know why. I haven't been nervous taking a play in my stream in like probably a year. Like, I feel nervous right now because so many new people join. And it's like, oh, what if I fuck up? Like, I can't, like, I'm never nervous. Like, I was just nervous there. I don't know why. Too many people join, bro. All right. So again, the last target is going to be here. The equal lows. So you guys all found how I got the bias, right? You understand the idea behind that short? Should hit. This would be 70 points. This is going to be my only trade today. Yeah, the target is 16,756. I just have to make sure NQ doesn't take it out first. This is what I'm really watching here. Bro, just so you guys know, this is not a signal service. Please do not get into the mindset that this is a signal service. I'm trying to teach you guys why I trade what I trade. And some of you guys are not going to like my style, all right? I guarantee you some new people are not going to like my style at all, which is completely fine. So we took out all those equal lows. Again, my stops are break even for this, so don't really care what happens here. Again, the bias was simple today. If the bias wasn't simple, I probably wouldn't have traded. But we had obvious equal lows. You're never going to see equal lows like that go untouched. Yeah, so that's all. Again, today was definitely a live account day because the bias is really easy. I'm going to restart stream one more time. Join back right away. All right, there you go. There's not really much to draw down here. I mean, I want to see this hold, but what's the probability of a fair value gap like this holding? Yeah, not very high because we're so low. Like, this does not have to hold. I want it to hold, but doesn't mean it's going to hold. Hell no. You don't short here. You just want to see it hold if you're already in the short. So I really want to see us accelerate below these. We should hit these, like I said. I'm going to just send an alert here. I'm going to make sure I get out right when we hit this. It's the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour equal lows. Again, not much to teach here. You gotta wait till it either hits or it hits break even. Whatever one happens, it's fine because it's still a 50-point play. So there's not, again, when you're waiting for a take profit hit, there's not much to say besides we're in deep discount. I mean, most of the time we do get a retracement, especially in deep discount. Like, it's very unavoidable, inevitable. I mean, I could maybe see us going up to here and rejecting. I mean, we don't have to reject from here, but again, it does not matter. I'm only in a runner here. It does not matter at all. It does not matter. You're probably wondering, like, what gave me the confidence to short here? I know this isn't the inversion model I teach, kind of, but why is it still a good inversion? Yeah, the equal lows below, the momentum, and then there's one more thing. Yeah, the OB. This is a very strong order block that formed in live time, so I was like, okay, this short should work. All right. So that OB, when that formed and me closed, I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely working. So this should hit. Let me just make sure this doesn't hit first. And boom, baby. 70 fucking points. Let's go. I trade minis and micros. Actually, I took a mini on my other account, so There's your final target. 70-point play. Great start to the new year. Live account. And yeah, that's all it. That's all she wrote. Again, that's gonna be my only trade of the day. I don't even care what happens. Like, I literally do not care what happens the rest of the day. So, percent gain from that, 69%. So, yeah, that was just a really nice play. There's no way that was gonna fail. Do 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 do. Again, I do not care what happens now. I would probably get off my stream. There's probably not going to be much else I'm going to be able to say. I mean, I call this bias Friday. We got the equal lows. We got our objective. That's it. That's all I care about. I mean, I could be extra and call this low, but just, yeah, I don't care if this hits or not. This would be a good inversion to the upside because we swept sell side. It's a singular inversion. It pops right out at you. Cybrix, how's that funded account going? Or that eval you bought? Do, 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 do. So again, you can see why I didn't even want to take that long setup earlier. I just didn't think it was worth it. Because I knew when we got the short, I knew it would be way more textbook and way more high probability. That's why you should wait for the drawn liquidity. Do, 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 do. Damn, it's all right, Cybrix. It's all right. So that was my first trade of the year, 70 points. Yeah, was that indecisive for you? Let's tag Sanibel and see. Was that an indecisive trade? I either take the trade or I don't. It's one or the other. Like, how is that indecisive? All right, J Dog. What I would do is I would long if this breaks. I'm not longing it because I'm done for the day. I don't need to trade after 70 points. What time frame IFG? It was the 1 minute right here. No, this was an A+ setup because the equal lows, this order block. There's a lot of other confluences I don't go over a lot. Like, there's an order block here. There's an obvious fair value gap we use as support. Now turn into resistance with a lot of momentum going through it. Skibum, a good place to long would be if we inverse this. I would try this long. I'm not taking it though because I'm done. Why would I take that? But it's still a good setup if we get it. What made the OB so strong? Well, it's not really a wiki candle. It's a pretty strong body. Yeah, you can watch the replay. It's a pretty strong body. There's not really a lot of wicks to this candle. And overall, just, yeah, that's why it's a good one. By the way, like Mithy said, the daily objective is done. So I after the daily objective is done, I'm done. Mm-mm-mm. Anything you like on Euro for the short? Probably not. No, I don't. This is just not look clean. There's no speed over any high. There's like what you typically want to see, speed over some high, then an obvious inversion. We're not really getting that. We're just not getting anything here. So yeah, nothing I like. I'll let you know if there's something I like, but for now, there's nothing I like. There's literally no point in me being on stream anymore. Like, I'll tape read this long for you guys, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get it. Yeah, guys, if that was your, do not trade again and go back negative. Please do not. That was a good trade. Why would you keep taking more trades after that? I'll bet Sorgan. I'll bet 100K. You want to bet 100K? Someone else is gonna take a trade. I'll put 100K on that. Anyone want to top me? Anyone? Anyone want to bet more than 100K? 250K. We got a 250K bet. All right, all right, all right, Howie. All right. Cybrix, those were never my personal rules. Those are what I started with, and I kind of adjusted them how I like to trade. People are gonna have to adjust those with how they like to trade personally. Yeah, sure.
Hey, Ryan.
Backtest.
Hey, good morning, Ryan.
So Price clearly did not want to inverse this. Does everyone understand? Martus, wait for tomorrow because the volatility is probably gonna die down. Does everyone understand? Does Price look like it wants to inverse this? No. Was this a good short? Was this a good short? No, not at all. Way too low. We're in discount. We just took sell side. Why would you short this? Oh, but Dodgy, the short works. Why didn't you short that? You'll see eventually with screen time. Yeah, Eva, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna upload the video of the trade. But yeah, my trade was basically based off of this inversion right here. It was very obvious. It stood right out to me. As soon as we closed below, we never took out the low, and there's equal lows there. So I took the trade knowing we were probably gonna take out these equal lows, and then I could quickly move my stop to break even, and then scale a few. By inversion, Stanley, I know you know how to trade because I saw it, but again, an inversion setup is just when a fair value gap breaks and we go the opposite way. Like it closes under a bullish for value gap and then I short. Yeah, no problem. So Eva, when I saw this order block be put in, this candle sandwiched between these two red candles, here's your close below, there's your trade. And this was more of a smart chase, I would call it, but it's a good smart chase, like because I know those equal lows are gonna hit. And yeah, and they've equal lows on this time frame, and we had equal lows on NQ on this time frame, so I knew those were gonna hit. By the way, I just got another top step payout on that trade. So that's nice. Ooh, okay. 1 minute long. So yeah, here's your long setup. If we get it. I know someone probably entered this. That's fine. This fair value gap doesn't pop out to me immediately, but it's still fine because we are really low, and this is fine if you took this. This is the more obvious one. This is the more like it's still valid because we don't want to see this reject anyways. And your target would be here. It's not going to give you the entry, is it? Nope. It's just not going to give you the entry. The momentum is just too strong right now. And it's also 10 a.m. Dude, this could be I mean, you could long here, be my guest. If you want to long here, anticipate the candle close, that's fine. And then move your stop to break even immediately or whatever. This would be almost 10 points, so that would be bad. Should hit. Okay, just made relative equal highs here. Here's your close. Okay, so stop the break even immediately there and see if you can get 10 points off this. When did I say to enter? Like right here? 7-6. Yeah, if you can get 10 points and scale like some here, that would be an easy scalp. It looks like it's very hard. Yeah, you stopped the break even. So very difficult not to get stopped at that play unless you enter there. Yeah, that's almost impossible not to get stopped out on. That was not a great candle close. This candle close tells us we're gonna hit this high, but the risk reward is just shit by that point. The candle close would have been much better here. But obviously it didn't close there. It closed up here, and that just makes it suck overall. So probably stop the break even there. But you can still see once we close over this, I know we have to go to this high. And other than that, there's not any obvious highs up here. There's no obvious high till up here. So I'm not going to call this target. But, I mean, maybe this means we're going to go here. But yeah, you could have gotten away with taking this because 1, we're so low. 2, if we're so low, why would you expect us to reject? And 3, the internal high was right here and we had not hit that internal high yet. I didn't call this one out. I called this one out because I think I was talking or I was distracted when I started seeing this happen. So I missed that. That's why I didn't call it out. Did anyone jump in early on this one? Okay. Yeah, see that was fine. And what was another sign that was going to be a good one? What are some other confluences? 10 a.m. Yep. What else? Was there an SMT? SMT, I guess. We swept liquidity. But why? What's like another reason it pops out right away? Yes, the speed. Like just the size of these candles are just so good. There's no wicks on them. We form an OB here as well. Like just the speed of which that occurs of us sweeping the low and then breaking this. And this is something, so the course I'm making, I talk about this quite a bit. I talk about like the speed a little bit and in my version checklist. And the speed and the size of the candle and the momentum going through here tells me this is probably a high probability setup. So did anyone take this long and then just sell here? How many points? Or even when I said, because this would have been about 7 points. See, it's not 10 points, so it kind of sucks. But it's like I knew this high was gonna hit when I saw this candle. Is the risk reward worth it? No. Is the win rate high in it? Yes. It's just like it's just a stupid long. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, that was perfectly fine. Yeah, that was perfect, Ronaldo. Yeah, you could even. Oh, this was just. Oh my god. Oh my god, this was textbook. Even this was textbook. The 30-second. Just the speed at which we displace, and then the speed at which we just displace back up. That's just so textbook. And because we're so low in the higher time frame, that's just like, yeah. Yeah, I have V Conan. Takes like 2 weeks to go to your bank account, but I don't really look at the 30-second much unless it's like the first 30 minutes of the day and the 1 minute isn't really giving me any entries. After like 10 o'clock, I stop looking at the 30-second because that's when the volatility dies down. The 30-second acts like a 1 minute chart near open because there's so much volume that the 30-second chart will be be fine to trade. Yeah, no problem, Leo. Let's see. Yeah, so we just swept this high. Oh, okay. This would be fine. I like this short. The only problem is the kill zone ended. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, so this triggered, but it is outside the kill zone. But good luck if you take it. This would be your stop to break even. All right, NQ. Let's check NQ real quick. NQ. NQ. I just don't like NQ here. I have nothing to say. I really like, dude. I feel bad if this loses because we're not in the kill zone right now. Like this is like if you're trading Asia session. I don't know, and they work sometimes, but the win rate isn't very high. It's like imagine you're trading Asia session NQ. This is what this play is because we're outside of the 10 o'clock range, and I'm not even kidding. After 10 o'clock on Forex is awful. Like it's just awful. It's like literally the worst price action ever. But it's still, I guess it's a good play. It's just the time isn't perfect. So I mean, it's still worth a try. But I don't know. It's just like you're trading Asia on NQ, which is fine. It can be done. I'll say that it can be done. Like if this is a loss, it wouldn't be a terrible loss. But the time is just. I wish this occurred like at 9 o'clock or 9:30. This would have been a much better play. But I'll still tape read it. We'll see what happens. Again, this stop, you have to move your stop to break even here, especially not during a kill zone. If we're outside a kill zone, like I wouldn't even wait for here. I would just automatically stop the break even here. The target would be the low, this low right here. For anyone who doesn't know, by the way, I hate Forex. I don't think it's as clean, and my win rate is not as high on it. I've basically mastered. I obviously you can't master something, but NQ is by far my highest win rate thing I can trade. So I don't even trust Forex. There's no need. My win rate's definitely much lower in Forex just because it's just not as clean. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's not. The kill zone time for Euro USD or Forex is 7 to 10 a.m. So although the kill zone on NQ is not ended, it has ended on Forex. There's nothing like, by the way, is this inversion still valid here, guys? Hurry, tell me, quick. No, it's not, because we already took out this high, so why would you use this? You wouldn't. I like shorts here, dude. So although this inversion what I will say is this, although this inversion isn't valid for long, like a new entry, you're not going to enter this. It is valid to still watch and see how you react from it. Because it's still a pretty obvious inversion and I could still see it working, but it's not a good entry. So I'm still having it drawn on the chart because like if we get a long setup out of this inversion, that means we have to go to this next high. Like if we get like a 30-second setup here or something like that. Like let's say we make a 30-second fair value gap here, and I see in hindsight we're delivering off the 30-second fair value gap. Well, then what does that tell me? That tells me that we should go to this high. One second, I gotta call someone.